What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
The dark arts are dangerous. I'm curious about the dark...
The dark arts do pique my interest.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this. Better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
You can tell me.
I'd like to know more about it if you wouldn't mind telling me. I won't repeat it.
Very well. But do keep this between us. Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus curse?
I am.
Crucio, correct? The Cruciatus curse. Also known as the torture curse. Inflicts excruciating pain on the victim.
Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
He had no choice.
How horrible. Poor Ominous. He was only a child. He shouldn't blame himself.
After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough. I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind.
Level 20. Quests. Or Professor Madam Carter. Professor Weasley's assignment. I need to find the field guide page. A dragon debrief. The lost child. A dragon deep. The lost. The plot. The tip. Professor Garlick's assignment 2. Madam Kagawa's cross button. Professor Sharp's Madam Kagawa. Professor Sharp's assignment 2. Madam Kagawa's assignment 2. Madam Kagawa wants me to practice flying on my broom near Keenbridge Tower, along the water to Professor level 20. Challenges 21%.
It's me, Gareth. Do you have a moment?
Level 20. Map. Flue Flames locations. Hogwarts. South Hogwarts Valley. West Hogwarts.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Cross button. Level 20. Map. The Highlands. Merlin Trio. Merlin trials are puzzles allegedly created by Merlin while a student at Hogwarts as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. Requirements. Trials of Merlin. Mallows eat leaves. Cross button. Point Seer Coast, level 20.
That's it.
Cross button.
Levioso.
Cross button. Level 20. Cross button. Level 20. Circle button. Back. Cross button. Level 20. Collections. Conjurations. 22 out of 1 unknown. You have mounted house elf, wand handle, level 20. Level quests. Gear. Flying mounts. Khalid high wing. Flying mounts. Neckwear. Level. Map. Cross button. Cross button.
Levioso! I'll look after you. Revelio. Now, I'm only trying to help.
I pressed Ominous regarding Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium, but my efforts were in vain. Meet me outside the Slytherin common room. We need to talk.
There. I'm not going to hurt you. Revelio. Do cooperate, won't you? No need to be difficult. I mean you no harm. Everything's all right now.
Cross button. Cross button.
There we go.
Welcome back. Have you finished your assignments?
Reporting back, Professor. Assignments all finished.
Well done. Shows good discipline. Wisdom is a golden snitch, as they say, and you're proving a skilled seeker in that regard. Let us practice Arresto Momentum. A charm, incidentally, created to stop quaffles from plummeting straight to the ground during a Quidditch match. Precise, deliberate movements.
Arresto momentum slows the motion of enemies and objects. The larger the target, the less effect the spell will have on it. Cross button. Accept.
Very good. I recommend practicing your new spell as much as possible, perhaps before you leave here.
Cross button.
Bombarda! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Level. Owl post. Owl post. Lumos. Triangle button. Levioso. Control. Glacius. Arresto momentum. Control. Slow. Levioso. Control. Levioso. R2 button. Hold. Defindo. Descendo. Fort. Disillusionment. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Expelliarmus. Damage. Triangle button. Expel. R2.
Glacius! Levioso! Arresto momentum.
Level 20. Quests. The law in the shadow of the study. Cross button. Untrack quest. Triangle button. Locate on map. The lost the lost child. Natty has level. Challenges. 23%. Cross button. Cross button. Felix. Map. Flew flames locations. In the shadow of the study. In the shadow. Triangle button. The grand staircase.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Level 20. Challenge quests. The lost child in cross button. Untrack quest. Triangle button. Locate on map. Circle button. Back. Level. Inventory.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel is.
You're here. Brilliant.
I received your owl. What happened with Ominous?
I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be. Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the Scriptorium's entrance, and Ominous won't tell me.
Perhaps I should have a chat with Ominous.
You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. Ominous is annoyingly stubborn. Nothing new. I know where he is. I'll lead you to him and then leave you to it. Come on. He's this way. Keep an eye out. Never know who's watching. Although that hasn't stopped us before.
Strictly speaking, it has. We were caught.
Damned poltergeist. Such a nuisance. There he is. Good luck.
What are you doing here?
Hello, Ominous. Do you have a moment?
What is it? What have you and Sebastian been up to now?
I owe you an apology, Ominous. I wasn't honest with you before about the Undercroft. Sebastian did show it to me. He wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells to try and catch up to the other fifth years. He didn't think you'd mind.
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been pestering me lately about something and I'm frustrated with him.
Don't tell me he's still going on about, what was it, a scriptorium?
He told you about that.
He did. We were talking about Hogwarts founders and he mentioned it. Wouldn't say much more though.
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic that is better left untouched.
Wait, you've never been inside?
Of course not. I only know about it because of my favorite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. Didn't agree with the family on the use of dark magic. In fact, she'd hoped to convince my family that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping pureblood status. She'd heard of this scriptorium and thought its contents might shed some light on him. She even found the secret entrance in this very corridor. She wrote regularly to my father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished. No one else ever tried to enter.
Aren't you curious about what's inside?
I'm sorry about your aunt. Don't you want to find out what happened to her?
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good intentions and lost her life. I don't want the same to happen again.
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. This could honor her memory, get you answers about Slytherin and Sebastian answers for Anne. Your aunt pursued this alone. We could do it together.
I see what you've done here, and I confess, you've convinced me. I didn't think it possible. Very well. I shall tell you what I know. Fetch Sebastian, I'll wait. I hope we don't regret this.
Sebastian! Over here! Revelio!
These braziers grant access to the scriptorium.
Now you'll share? You wouldn't tell me when I practically begged.
Protego!
It wasn't you who told me what I needed to hear. Opening the entrance has something to do with threes.
Well, 3 heads are better than 1.
Its 2 heads are better than 1.
And by that logic, 3 is better than 2. Simple mathematics, Ominous.
Expelliarmus! Confringo!
Something's happening.
I hope we're ready for this.
Dark, ominous corridors. My favorite.
No comment.
Come on, that was a good one. Looks like a locked door. We may want to look around.
Reparo!
The rubble formed a relief of a person facing a snake.
That must be the voice I hear. The voice is ancient.
You hear a voice.
It started when you repaired that relief. I hear a whisper saying, "Speak to me." I'm a parcel mouth. I can hear and speak to snakes. Nearly all known parcel mouths are descended from Salazar Slytherin.
I'd like to be able to talk to snakes.
You might not want the ability to speak parcel tongue. It's often associated with dark wizards. I haven't spoken it in ages, but I'd wager if I speak it now, the door will open. I'm hoping you're having second thoughts.
Second and third thoughts.
Believe me, I am having thoughts, but I'm still convinced we should go ahead.
It's ironic. When I left home, I vowed to leave the dark arts behind, and yet here I am. Stand back. I can't believe I'm doing this.
It worked! Ominous. You possess a rare ability indeed.
Between the two of you, I'm starting to feel left out.
I must prove my point. We do not need to use the dark arts as my family instructs. When I...
A journal entry. Signed by Noctua Gaunt.
Gaunt? Ominous. Your family was here.
I know. She was my aunt.
You knew? There's no clear way forward. The door we came from, it closed. And there's more than one gate ahead.
Then look closely at each gate for clues.
Revelio. Lumos.
Left stick.
Dial requires focus.
Rotate upper dial. Right stick. Rotate lower dial. Use left stick to rotate the top dial and right stick to rotate the bottom dial.
That didn't sound good.
Salazar Slytherin didn't make this easy.
Left stick. Rotate upper dial. Right stick. Rotate lower dial. Use left stick to rotate the top dial and right stick to rotate the bottom dial.
This is looking rather dire, isn't it?
You sound surprised. We're in a maze designed by...
Left stick. Rotate upper dial. Right stick. Rotate lower dial. Use left stick to rotate the top dial and right stick to rotate the bottom dial.
All the gates have symbols. And there are symbols on the dial.
Expelliarmus! Confringo!
Salazar Slytherin buried this scriptorium deep within Hogwarts.
This journal entry, it mentions getting lost and being unwelcome.
Poor Aunt Noctua.
Left stick. Rotate upper dial. Right stick. Rotate lower dial. Use left stick to rotate the top dial and right stick to rotate the bottom dial.
Let's look at the gate and the symbols again.
Left stick. Rotate upper dial. Right stick. Rotate lower dial. Use left stick to rotate the top dial and right stick to rotate the bottom dial.
Perhaps not all dials are the same. There may be a different set of symbols for each.
Left stick. Rotate upper dial. Right stick. Rotate lower dial. Use left stick to rotate the top dial and right stick to rotate the bottom dial.
Matching the symbols did open it.
Was about to do that myself, but you got to it first. Nice work.
Brave here. When the door closed, it lit up.
Left stick.
Another gate.
Rotate upper dial. Right stick. Rotate.
Look in a mirror, Sebastian. That sounded promising.
Another dial solved.
Impressive.
Lumos.
Nice work.
Confringo!
I failed the dial, and it struck my face as if it were a real serpent. But I must find a way forward for my family's sake. We should not require children to conform to old traditions.
Ominous. Your aunt wanted to change your family's traditions.
She did. And she was my favorite person in the world for it.
Lumos.
Left stick. Rotate upper dial. Right stick. Rotate lower dial.
Every dial seems to be getting more difficult, but we've made it this far. Don't give up.
Left stick. Rotate upper dial. Right stick. Rotate lower dial.
Excellent work. We're another step closer to the scriptorium. I spotted something
Revelio.
ahead. Looks troubling.
Lumos.
This whole place is troubling, but for my aunt's sake, we cannot stop now.
The gate! I think we're locked in. Again.
Then Salazar Slytherin is not yet finished with us.
Bombarda. Expelliarmus. Lumos.
I've lost hope. I'm locked in. I heard a scream and saw the tortured faces. The only way forward is with an unforgivable curse. Even if I wanted to cast it, I have no one upon whom to do so. Salazar Slytherin created a malicious challenge indeed. In my last correspondence to my brother, I'd invited him here. Now, if he looks for me alone, I'll have led him to his death. Despite our differences, I wish him no ill.
Ominous. Her skeleton. And Noctua's last journal entry. She mentions being trapped here, blocked by an unforgivable curse.
This is where she died. This is where we'll die. I shouldn't have listened to either of you.
Ominous, I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do. It's going to be difficult.
You said you know what to do.
Tortured faces on the door and Crucios etched into the stone. My guess is if we cast the Cruciatus curse, the door will open. That's why Noctua died. She had no one to cast the curse on. Ominous has the most experience with this. He should cast it. You seem to be in Ominous's favor. Will you ask him about this?
I'd rather you ask him. I'll ask him.
He does seem a bit cross with you. I'll speak with him.
Good. Work your magic, so to speak. Wish we had some liquid luck.
All of this could have been avoided.
Ominous. I hadn't imagined we'd end up trapped like this.
Salazar Slytherin did. He's to blame for many unimaginable things. I overheard you and Sebastian, and I won't do it. The Cruciatus curse is pure torture, I would know.
Sebastian told me a little of what happened when you were young. Sounds as if you had no choice.
Should have known he would have told you. And one always has a choice. I'm as guilty as the worst of my family. Unforgivable curses won't work unless you really mean them. I had to want to cause pain, and for that I shall never forgive myself. That spells the reason I have no family left. You and Sebastian will need to sort out another solution. If you cast Crucio, you will regret it forever.
What do we do now? Ominous is not going to cast the Cruciatus curse again.
Ridiculous! As if dying in here is a better option than casting a damned spell. It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio, or I can cast it on you.
Wait, you didn't say you knew how to cast Crucio?
Because I'm not sure I do. Ominous knows that, yet he's left us no choice. I don't yearn to follow in Noctua Gaunt's footsteps. I think I can cast it if I have to.
Very well. I don't want to learn the Cruciatus curse. I want to learn the Cruciatus curse. But you must cast it on me.
I want to learn the curse, but I won't cast it on you. You need to cast it on me.
I shan't forget this.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Crucio!
Are you alright?
Are you all right?
That pain, it was excruciating. But I'll survive. Let's keep moving.
We made it. We found Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium.
I can't believe we're here.
Sebastian, Ominous. There's a book just here.
You found something.
You two go ahead. Let me know what's in it. I'll wander around a bit.
May I have a look?
What do you think?
Looks like a spellbook of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominous never told me about his aunt and what she found.
What will you do with Slytherin's spellbook?
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents ingrained that habit early on. But I can do that later. For now, I say we explore this room. It's breathtaking.
I've been getting an uneasy feeling about this place. This name is here,
I don't want to leave, but I owe you. Both of you. Without both of you, we'd never have made it this far.
We were lucky. We could have died. We must swear never...
I fear we shall never come to an accord. I cannot persuade even one of them to listen to reason. I had dared hope that Godric's thoughts were aligned with my own, that he understood why the caliber of student needed to be exceptional. But he has fallen prey to the ridiculous notion that Muggle-borns are somehow as capable as pure-bloods. He was furious when I expressed my displeasure at his thoughts. Level 20. Circle button. Triangle button. Assign top. Crucio. Unforgivable curse. Causes most and R2 button. Hold to assign. Beast petting brush. Level 20. Settings. Settings. X. Save game. Empty. Madame Kagawa's assignment to save in the shadow. Empty. In the save complete. Level 20. Sir.
Ominous. About your aunt.
Please, Sebastian. I meant what I said before. We swear, right now, never to engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Understood. I'm truly sorry about your aunt, Ominous.
I suppose after all this, I am grateful to know what happened to her. Thank you.
Revelio. Confringo. Accio.
Kelpie statue. Level. Settings. Exit. Save. Empty. In the shadow of the study. Save. Explore. Restart. Level. Here. Level 21. Here. Handwear. Neckwear. Headwear. Unidentified. Patchwork. Patchwork sorcerer. Patchwork's unidentified head item. Legendary. Outfit. Equipped item. Level. Map. Flu Flames locations. The live secret Hogwarts route.
Deke would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
Expelliarmus!
Level gear, gear. Headwear, dark sun hat. Legendary. Required level. Equipped item. Equipped item. Equipped item. Equipped item. Equipped item. Equipped item. Face headwear. Headwear appearance. Invisible. Hogwarts regalia. Dark arts. Hogwarts regalia hat. Dark art. Equipped item. Dark arts. Hogwarts regalia. High urchin. Highland explorer cap. Urchin hat. Spider slayer helmet. Tasseled sheepskin. Rugged fedora. Fur-lined cap. Tan knight. Dark flat patch. Invisible. Hogwarts regalia hat. Cloaks and robes. Cloaks and robes appearance. Cloaks and robes. Equipped item. Distinguished cloak. Neckwear. Cloaks and robes. Headwear appearance. Collections. Square button. Reset appearance. Circle button. Back. Level. Challenges. Challenges. Overall field field guide. Rescue 10 beasts. Completed. Exploration quests. Level. Collections. 1 conjurations. 23 out of 140. Billywig High. 1 hand Revelio pages. 30 painting of Ilias. Unknown tools. Beasts. 9 out of traits. Level. Inventory. Niffler. Niffler. Level. Collect talents. Dark arts. Dark arts. Purchase talent. Crucio mastery. Striking an enemy cursed by Crucio releases a projectile that curses a nearby enemy. Required. Crucio blood curse. Dealing damage to a cursed target inflicts damage to all cursed targets. Required level. 5. Circle button. Back. Stunning curse. Stupefy has the same effect as a curse. Disarming curse. Expelliarmus has the same effect as a curse on enemies. Cursed enemies take increased damage. Required level. Slowing curse. Arresto momentum has the same enduring curse. A cursed effect remains on an enemy for a Crucio mastery. Striking an enemy cursed by Crucio releases a projectile that curses a nearby enemy. Blood curse. Dealing damage to a cursed target inflicts damage to all cursed targets. Required level. 5. Blood curse. Dealing damage to a cursed target in level. Challenge, talent, inventory, Niffler, note, not, with slide, quest, drag, telescope, notes. Level. 21. Level 21. Quests. A dragon, Professor Garlick's assignment, Professor Weasley's assignment, Professor cross button, untrack quest, level, talents. Level. Gear. Neckwear. Neckwear. Circle button. Neckwear. Neckwear appear near invisible neckwear. This clothing item will appear invisible. Level 21.
Confringo!
Level. Settings. Save. Exploring. Save. Professor Weasley. Level. Gear. Challenges.
I've been studying Salazar Slytherin's spellbook. Meet me in the Undercroft. I found something.
So this is the underground harbor.
Revelio. Accio.
Underground.
Accio.
Level 20. Gear. Handwear, sage embellished gloves, neckwear, cloaks and robe, facey wear. Equipped item. Purple facey wear appearance, legendary mask. Dark arts mask. A bookish half-rim spectacle, Hogwarts regalia, silver dragon-eyed Zonko's chief beat skull mask, Zonko's chief prankster spectacles. Blue, silver, gold-rimmed, silver half-rim ceramic mat, purple dragon-eyed, curious silvers, solar, blues, solar, framulous tinted, solar, silver, gold, beat skull mask, level, quests. Assignments available. Quests. Gear. Quests. Gear. Level out cloaks and robes. Headwear. Tassel. High society fedora. Level 21. Circle button. Shallot collections. 1 Conjure Revelio pages. 36 out of 150. Field guide unknown trait 1 hand conjurate Revelio pages 36 out of 1 handle level talents.
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around...
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration?
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
That could be fun.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just a few questions, and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
The golden snuggery. The golden snidget. The golden snuggery.
The golden snuggery.
No. Incorrect. The answer was the golden snidget. The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Felix Felicis. The Papara potion. The Felix Felicis.
Felix Felicis.
Well done. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organised competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
The Founder's relics. Horcruxes. The Founder's Relic.
The Founder's Relics.
No, the answer was the Deathly Hallows. According to Beadle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consist of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
The Snitch. The Quaffle. The Snitch.
The Snitch.
I'm sorry, but the correct answer was the Quaffle. When a chaser throws the Quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice Potion allows the drinker to change species.
True.
True.
Actually, the answer was false. While Polyjuice Potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
Not now. I'd like more questions. Not now. I'd like more questions.
I'd like to answer more questions.
What governmental body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
The Wizards' Council. The Order of...
The Order of Merlin.
No, that's incorrect. The answer was the Wizards' Council. The Wizards' Council disbanded in 1707 after the creation of the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy, which required a more structured government to support its enforcement. Which dragon breed is the smallest?
The Antipodean Opale. The Ukrainian Ire, the Peruvian, the Antipodean Opale, the Peruvian Vipe, the Antipodean Opale.
The Antipodean Opali.
No, I'm sorry, but the answer was the Peruvian Vipertooth. Though the Vipertooth is the smallest breed, averaging at around 15 feet in length, it is also the fastest breed and feared for its venomous fangs. Who founded the village of Hogsmeade?
Hengist of Woodcroft. Elfrey Quincy Hengist Quincy Hogg.
Quincy Hogg.
No, the answer was Hengist of Woodcroft. It is believed that Hengist used the 3 Broomsticks Inn as his home. The hide-behind was accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul with what other magical creature?
A Lehifold. A Demies. A Runespore. A
Runespore.
That's incorrect. The answer was a Demiguise. While the hide-behind has the power of invisibility, those who have seen it have described it as a tall, thin monkey with silver hair. What is the only spell known to repel a Lethifold?
The Knockback Jinx. The Stunning Spell. The Knockback Jinx. The Patronus Charm.
The Patronus Charm.
Well done. The only known survivor of a Lethifold attack was a wizard named Flavius Belby, who was on holiday in Papua New Guinea at the time. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration?
Gab. Evangeline Orpington. Laverne de Montmorency.
Laverne de Montmorency.
That's incorrect. The answer I was looking for was Gamp. One of the principal exceptions to Gamp's law is that food cannot be conjured, though it can be summoned. What does the Hogwarts motto translate to?
Knowledge is the real magic. Never tickle a sleeping dragon. Knowledge is the real magic.
Knowledge is the real magic.
No, the answer was never tickle a sleeping dragon. In Latin, the Hogwarts motto is Draco Dormiens Nunquam Titilandus. Which magical creature is the only one known to produce eggs through its mouth?
The Basilisk. The Ashwin, the Basilisk.
The Basilisk.
That's incorrect. The correct answer was the Runespaw. According to Parselmouths, each of the Runespaw's 3 heads serves a different function. The left head is the planner, the middle is the dreamer, and the right is the critic. Where is Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry located?
Mount Greylock. The Amazon rainforest.
The Amazon rainforest.
No, Ilvermorny is actually located on Mount Greylock. The American school was founded in the 17th century by Isolde Sayre and James Stewart. What is the most powerful love potion known to wizard kind?
Elixir to induce euphoria.
Elixir to induce euphoria.
Incorrect. The answer was Amotentia. Amotentia smells differently to every person, according to what they find attractive, such as dusty book covers or... Are you interested in continuing on to the next round? They're my most difficult questions.
Not now.
I don't have time for another quiz at the moment.
That's fine. Come and find me if you'd like to try later. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Level 21. Owl post. Map. Flue Flames locations. Hogwarts. Secret rooms. The exit. Wait.
Are you ready to test your expertise with my most difficult questions?
Not now. I'm ready.
Give me your worst.
Wonderful. I do admire your thirst for knowledge. Emeric the Evil was killed in a duel against whom?
Egbert the Egregious. Sir Aggravate Egbert the...
Egbert the Egregious.
That's right. Emeric gained notoriety for terrorizing villages in the south of England during the Middle Ages, when he was the master of the Elder Wand. If a chaser keeps their hand on the quaffle as it goes through the goal, what foul are they committing?
Blatching.
Haversacking.
That's right. Blatching is flying to intentionally collide with a player. Stooging is when two chasers knock the other team's keeper away from the goals so that a third chaser can score. A bite from a mackled malaclaw has the unusual side effect of causing what?
Bad luck.
Bad luck.
Correct. Native to the European coastline, the effects of a malaclaw's bite can last up to a week. What plant excretes stink sap?
Mimbulus Mimbult. Mimbulus.
Mimbulus Mimbletonia.
Correct. The Mimbulus Mimbletonia plant secretes stink sap as a defensive mechanism when touched. The pepper-up potion evolved from a remedy created by which 12th century wizard?
Bowman Wright. Linford.
Linford of Stinchcombe.
Very good. Centuries later, Glover Hipworth would expand on Linford's previous work to create the pepper-up potion we know today. In The Wizard and the Hopping Pot, what does the elder wizard leave for his son in the hopping pot?
A single
slipper.
That's correct. The story was created by Beadle the Bard, but there are a few versions. I won't spoil what the slipper was for if you haven't read it recently. The Snallygaster is native to which region of the world?
The Scottish Highlands.
The Scottish Highlands.
No, the answer was North America. The part bird, part reptile is a distant relative of the Occamy and has serrated fangs and a bulletproof hide. Who is the Muggle knight featured in the Fountain of Fair Fortune?
Sir Luckless.
Sir Luckless.
Correct! The three witches in the story are named Asher, Altheda, and Amata. Oh, I adore a story that ends with a twist. The world's largest kelpie is also known by what other name?
Gallingantua. The Loch Ness.
The Loch Ness Monster.
Correct. The Office of Misinformation has worked diligently to discredit any Muggle evidence of the kelpie's existence. Who was the first Minister for Magic?
Ulick Gamp.
Ulick Gamp.
Yes. Gamp's greatest legacy was the founding of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. It outlawed the unforgivable curses. You've answered all of my questions. It's nice to know there's another student who appreciates the value of knowledge. You might not have got very many right, but I'm sure you learned something regardless. Thank you for humoring me by participating. I had a splendid time.
Yeah.
Revelio.
Book on in.
Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
Level. Settings. Exits. Empties. Professor Weasley's assigned. Save Professor Weasley's level. 20.
Thanks, I did almost get flattened by a stream.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
I heard Professor Weasley transfigured the book with all her test answers into an owl to stop students from cheating.
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do. Beautifully done.
Lumos. Utility. Transformation. Triangle button. Assign top. Transformation. R2.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
The assignments have helped.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you can brew an impressive Edurus potion. Hopefully, you won't need it anytime soon, but it is a valuable potion to have when it is needed.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your visit to the kitchens and the Hogsmeade graveyard with Nick to bribe a ghost for information connected in any way to Professor Fig?
No. Yes, no. Yes.
Professor Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can in an effort to complete my field guide.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
Since our visit to Feldon, something dawned on me about the trip. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Fifth Forest, and I'll explain.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
Map. Flue Flames locations. Quests. In the shadow, it's all gobbledygook. In the shadow of the mine. It's all gobbledygook. A drag in the Professor Garlick's Professor, it's all gobbledygook. In the shadow of the, it's all gobbledygook. Lodgok in the shadow of the mine. Sebastian is waiting near the entrance to the Overlook mine to the northeast. In the shadow of the mine. Sebastian is waiting near the entrance to the Overlook mine to the northeast of Upper Hobbsfield. Reach Professor Oneyes in the shadow, a dragon in the shadow of Discovery. Cross button. Untrack Professor the Lost Child in the shadow of Discovery. Sebastian sent me an I'll say level collections. Level 21. Settings. Save. Empty. Professor Weasley's assigned. Save in the shadow. Restart. Level 21. Challenges 23.
You'll never believe what I've learned.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
I regret using Crucio/I. I agree, we did what we had to.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I won't say a word.
I see no reason to involve Ominous.
I'm glad you agree. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous. We were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
Such a tragic loss. What happened to Sebastian's parents?
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
The spellbook is giving Sebastian hope. The spellbook is concerning.
Some references Sebastian mentioned in the book do worry me.
I'm glad you understand. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further. But if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
Level 21. Challenges, collections, conjure, revelio pages. 37. Broken Honeyduke's passageway. Trait 1 level. Owl post. Level. Map, quests. In the shadow, the lost, a dragon, Professor Onai, it's all Professor Sharp's, Professor Garlick's, Professor Sharp's assignment 2. Professor Sharp, Professor Onai's assignment. Professor cross button. Untrack Professor Onai's assignment. Professor Onai wants me to field, level, inventory.
Expelliarmus! Bombarda! Confringo! Bombarda! Incendio! Glacius! Arresto Momentum! Levioso!
Level 21. Circle. Lumos. Utility, Depulso. Force.
Depulso! Accio!
Map, Flu Flames locations. South Hogsmeade Valley. Enemy level. North Fort Bog. North Fort Forbidden Hogsmeade, the Highlands. Merlin Trio. Hogwarts Valley. Enemy level. South. North Hogwarts. Keenbridge. South Hogwarts. North Hogsmeade. South. The Highlands. And North Aim. North Aim. The Collector's Cave. North Hogwarts region. East North Hogwarts.
You're gonna regret coming here.
Incendio! Depulsor! Accio! Depulsor! Bombarda! Incendio! Incendio! Bombarda!
Eight legs is simply too many.
Map. South Hogwarts. North. South. North. Merlin Trial. Dark. North. North. Forbidden Forest. Moon. Small bandit camp. A camp where Hogsmeade. North. The High. North Hog.
Incendio! Bombarda! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Bombarda! Expelliarmus! Bombarda! Confringo! Crucio!
Confringo!
Expelliarmus! Confringo!
Thought we'd forget about that goblin helm you
Is that you, Roylance?
Bombarda! Incendio! Accio!
I know you're the little sod that saved Treadwell. Careful now. None of that absurdity.
Stupid one. Bombarder. Capulso.
Crucio.
Marvelous strike!
Accio. Bombarder.
No! You may want to move.
Accio. Capulso. Accio. Capulso. Potato.
And it's getting worse. If there's any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the catacomb.
Revelio.
Map, South Hogwarts, Hogsmeade Valley. Enemy level, Hogwarts grounds. Quests. In the shadow of time, the lost child, in the cross button. Untrack quest. Triangle button. Locate on map. Level 21. Map, Hogsmeade, Merlin no, South Hogwarts region. Hogwarts, the Highlands. The Highlands. Enemy level, Feldcroft.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
Cross button.
Enjoy suffering, do you? It's a waste of my skill.
I wonder if I'm safe to explore in there.
You're here. Good.
Level. Settings. Save game. In the shadow of discovery. Save in the restart from level 21.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
Let's explore the catacomb. Was there any...
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
Let's explore...
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
Student report the catacomb as...
I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb. I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Incendio. Bombarder.
Crucio.
Confringo. Bombarda. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Accio.
We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified.
Revelio.
This room is taller than it looks.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Bombarda. Incendio.
R2 but Lumos. R2 but
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Bombarda.
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Accio. Depulso.
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur in this.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd.
Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Crucio.
Bombarda. Incendio.
We're in the tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
There's something here by the altar.
I foolishly mentioned the relic in my report and was reminded to leave it where it lay. But
what did you find?
Wingardium Leviosa.
That's a lot of bone rattle.
Accio.
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced the space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperious Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
I'll get started. Where do you...
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
I'll get started.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this arch.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa.
You've done it! I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones. If this...
Nice.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
I'd prefer not to learn the Imperious Curse. Yes, I'd like to learn the Imperious Curse. How do you know the
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
I'd prefer... Yet, what does learning the curse
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
I'd prefer not to learn the Imperious Curse. Yes, I'd like to learn the Imperious...
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. There we go. Something troubling ahead.
Lumos. R2 button. Hold to assign Wingardium Leviosa. Utility. Levitate Crucio. Unforgivable curse. Causes most enemies to writhe in pain as they take damage over Crucio. Art conjuring spell.
Imperial. Incendio. Incendio. Depulso. Incendio. Expelliarmus! Defendo! Bombarda! Leviosa! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Fringo!
Crucio.
Confringo! Bombarda! Expelliarmus! Leviosa! Accio! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Bombarda! Confringo! Never knew spiders could make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it?
Incendio! Accio! Cabalso! Incendio! Depulso!
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
Accio!
I tried. That worked. Keep going.
Wingardium Leviosa! Depulso! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio!
This catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Lumos. R2 button. Hold Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Damage. Its range is short and requires you to be close. Accio. Force. Lumos. Incendio. Damage. Its range is short and requires you to be close to the top. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Depulso. Force. Repels many types of objects. Accio. For. Depulso. Incendio. Incendio. Confringo. Damage. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Confringo. Incendio. Incendio. Bombarda. Expelliarmus. Damage. R2 button. Hold to assign. Avada Kedavra. Unforgivable curse. Unavailable.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done. I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Bombarda. Accio. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Bingo. Confringo. Bombarda. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Confringo. Imperio.
Crucio. That spell got my attention.
Glacius. Levioso. Incendio. Bombarda. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
For a moment there, I thought that'd never end.
Incendio.
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet.
The relic contains abundant potential. Its possibilities could benefit not only WizardKing, but the world. But the dark circle button. Back.
Sebastian! The relic! Look!
Could it be?
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
We should leave the relic alone. We need that relic.
I'm willing to ignore what the journal entry says. We're taking the relic.
Agreed. This is meant to be. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret, especially from my uncle. Is that ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please. Leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I heard you encourage Sebastian to take the relic.
Sebastian's done his research. He knows what he's doing.
Sebastian makes things sound easy when they could be impossible or dangerous. We need to stop him.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
Very well. Let's talk with Sebastian. I cannot
Sebastian's right. We need that relic.
I'm sorry. My mind is made up.
Are you willing to sacrifice your friendship over this?
I might be. How could I choose to stand by and watch him do this?
What if the choice wasn't yours? You wouldn't be to blame for what happens.
What in the world are you suggesting? Imperial?
Never mind. Yes. That is precisely what I'm suggesting. Never mind.
Now that you say it out loud, it sounds absurd. But I have another idea. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word. Accio!
I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all over again. As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne.
Map, the Highlands. Feldcroft read. Cross button. Cross button.
When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous. It'd only upset her. Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke, over there, by the hamlet. Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
Who would have... Let me down! At once!
I'll do. Stay back!
Incendio!
Rather unwise coming back.
Incendio!
Ringo!
You'll not live here! Got them! Accio! You'll make them.
I'm handling it.
Bombarda! Incendio!
Put me down! You up! Keep out the way!
Incendio! We have to fight!
Keep out of strong reach!
Expelliarmus!
Deadly me!
Bombarda!
Got it!
Closing in!
One less human to worry about.
Expelliarmus! You'll not win here! Bombarda! Expelliarmus! They'll retreat! We'll make them... Incendio! Expelliarmus! Bombarda!
I'm handling it! This does... Potato! Expulsion!
Accio!
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
You did the right thing.
You did what you had to do.
If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
Reparo.
What was he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian saved his sister.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic, even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path,
If either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
What do we have here? A demiguise.
Level. Settings. X. Save. Empty save. In the shadow of time. Save. Exploring. Empty save. Save complete. Level. Quests. Gear. Handwear. Neckwear. Silver. Loose. Equipped item. Faceywear. Neckwear. Silver scarf. Handwear. Level. Talents.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
Map. The Highlands. The Forbidden. Hogsmeade. Brothers Keeper. Flew Flames. Out. Hogsmeade Map. The Grand Secret. The Library. In the shadow of distance. After the Astronomy Wing. Defense against the Dark Arts Classroom. In the shadow of distance. After the troubling events that transpired in Feld. Defense against.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Did you speak with my uncle?
Level. Settings. X. Empties. Exploring. Save. In the shadow. Restart. Level. 21. Circled.